Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Sunday, January 31st. And you can see temperatures very warm out there this morning in the low to mid 40s across much of the area. In fact, you have to go quite a ways to the northwest before you see temperatures below freezing. And we can take a look at that here over the regional map of temperatures. You can see in Ireland it's 27 degrees, but again, you have to go a long ways to get temperatures below freezing. We expect temperatures in the mid 40s in some areas, possibly even approaching 50 degrees. But again, for much of mid-Michigan, mid 40s certainly look like a pretty good bet. If we look at the lightning detection system, and you can see there's nothing out there, we're showing you that because I think by Tuesday evening, we could certainly see thunderstorms about the Great Lakes. And if we look at the next map, you can see on satellite view all the moisture coming off the Pacific right through California into the Great Lakes. This first system is the lead wave that'll set the stage for the major winter storm that's going to be affecting portions of the Corn Belt, upper Midwest, and the northern Great Lakes here as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. You can see the watches and warnings. We have a big area of winter storm watches. This will probably be most likely be extended into the UP later today, but you can even see a big area of blizzard watches with possible accumulations in the heaviest bands across this area between 12 to as much as 1.5 feet of snow, and they could see winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be a very interesting day in Iowa as the voters go out to the polls at the caucus out there. I got a feeling it's going to be a pretty low turnout. If we look at the radar, you can see from this first system that's coming through some of the light rain we expect for today into early tonight. And behind this system, it'll trying to turn a little bit cooler for Monday. And again, we have to watch this. It's not a complete done deal, but again, most likely all the heaviest snow will stay way off to our west. But we've seen stranger things happen, and that's going to be a pretty cold Arctic high pressure system sitting off to the north. If that were to have a little more influence, we could certainly see at least more in the way of some frozen precipitation. I think we could start off as a little bit of snow and freezing rain as we get into Tuesday over at least parts of mid-Michigan and especially for northern lower Michigan. But the heaviest snow, again, continues to look like it'll be well off to our northwest. You can see precipitation over the next 7 days from the WPC. Very generous amounts of around 1 inch to 1.5 inches across much of the area. Now we got to watch that where that storm tracks. We could have some dry sliding, so some of the areas across the center part of the state could see less than this. But we'll certainly watch that in later model trends. We certainly got about 3 or 4 more good runs to evaluate what the storm may actually do. And if we're going to see any radical changes, it'll probably be within the next couple of runs, as that storm is just now getting on to the west coast. So we should have some better sampling from the computer models to work with. So if we're going to see any big changes, either colder and more snow, it should happen within the next 2 model runs. And you can see on the weather map for today at 1 o'clock, our low pressure system, which is the lead wave, will be heading to the northeast, spreading some of that showers into the area. And then by tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you can already start to see some of that energy coming in from the west, the Clipper system that'll be drawn into the system and will be absorbed by it. And then finally, as we get in towards Tuesday morning, that strong low pressure system, 996, will deepen as it moves off right through Wisconsin into around the Traverse City area and towards Sault Ste. Marie, and it'll be about 993. So it'll be a pretty strong storm rather, and lots of moisture being drawn up north of this area, including thunderstorms for southeast lower Michigan. Very heavy snow in parts of Kansas, especially though into Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, into the center and western portions of the UP. This is going to be a big storm. You can see some of the snowfall amounts. Now the Canadian tries to give some areas of the northern MAC locations some snow, especially over towards Newaygo, but it's the outlier. The rest of the models have the storm way back to the west, and you can see on the GFS, the 06Z run, showing that heaviest snow well off to our northwest. But again, we'll keep an eye on that because if we're going to see some changes, it should be within the next couple of runs. Thanks for stopping by and have a great Sunday and a great work week coming up. And thanks for stopping by, and 73s to all.